students, as you have learned that how to enter the data under SPSS to perform the Kruskal Wallis age test. Further, you have learned the procedure that we have followed to perform the Kruskal Wallis age test under SPSS. Now you will learn that how to interpret the results that you have obtained into SPSS after following the procedure of Kruskal Wallis age test. So the problem under discussion, it was the data about 3 weights that were being shown in kilograms of the 3 groups that were drawn independently. So we were required to test the hypothesis that the 3 groups are drawn from the identical populations. So students, as you can see that the weights of the 3 groups, they were being monitored, and we wanted to test that whether these 3 samples, they were drawn from the identical population. So after following the procedure under SPSS, this output window is appearing before you. So as you can see that Kruskal Wallis age test, it is the non-parametric alternative test of ANOVA, where we consider the ranks. So we usually don't look into the original observations. Rather, this test is based on to the ranks of the original data. Now, as you can see under the output that the average ranks are being shown to us. And if you just look into this data, the output, the maximum rank, mean rank is being calculated for the weight 1, followed by for the weight 3, and then for weight 2. And we wanted to make the comparison that whether the median rank of all the 3 groups is that identical or they are different. So students, the chi-square test is being followed in order to test this Kruskal Wallis age test, because the Kruskal Wallis age test, it follows the chi-square distribution. So the p-value is being given to us under the output, and it is shown as 0.128. Now we will be using this value to make the conclusion whether to accept or reject our null hypothesis. So students, as far as the formulation of null and alternative hypothesis is concerned, under H0, we are considering that the 3 population distribution functions, they are identical. Whereas under the alternative hypothesis, we are considering that the 3 populations, they do not have all the same medians. The alpha, that is the level of significance, it was given to us as 1%. And the test statistic is Kruskal Wallis age test, because we know that all the 3 groups were independent of each other. So in order to make a comparison between the 3 groups, we have followed it through the Kruskal Wallis test. Now the p-value that we have obtained, it was 0.128. So under the critical region, we need to compare this calculated p-value with that of the observed p-value. So our observed p-value was alpha. And under the critical region, we have decided upon that if p-value would be less than alpha, we will be rejecting our H0. That means we do not have sufficient evidence to accept H0. So as far as the conclusion is concerned, our calculated p-value comes out to be 0.128, which is much greater than our observed p-value, that is alpha. It was given to us. So H0 will be accepted. Hence, it is concluded that the 3 populations, they have the same medians. That means they are being drawn from identical population.